Welcome, everybody. Just so you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about economics today. I have an undergraduate and graduate degree in economics, and there was a lot of this process that really deals with economics, but I'll talk about that as we go through. First, you need good public policy. You need clear, concise, good public policy. And if you read the public policy we have in this state about renewable energy portfolios, it is clear and concise. It demands us to do certain things around renewables. But like everything else in this world, there's a balancing act that needs to be taken care of. And it took us over a year to put this process together, which may seem like a long time, and indeed it was sometimes a long time. But there's a tremendous balancing act. And the balancing act has to do with, we need to make sure that from an environmental standpoint, we think about externalities. You'll talk about externalities. You're sitting there reading these books, you don't understand what that means, but externalities are not included in the price of goods today, so you've got to talk about externalities. You have barriers to entry. You'll talk about barriers to entry. When you have a new technology, whether that's solar or wind, it's expensive to get those things started, and you need public policy to do that. You have our customers. Delmarva's customers will pay the price for these RECs. They need to make sure that these RECs are done in the most efficient way, and I think we've put a program together that is the most efficient way. You need to talk about jobs. You need to talk about Delaware jobs. You need to talk about regional jobs. You need to balance to make sure that this industry can create good paying jobs. You need to make sure it's balanced between size of customers, as JB, Dr. Byrne, indicated. We need to make sure that the residential market, the commercial market, the industrial market, the large market can be taken care of. All of those things need to be balanced to create a program that works for everybody. That everybody has to pay a little bit, everybody has to give in a little bit, but in the end, everybody wins a little bit. And the program that kicks off that allows folks in Delaware to provide their RECs for sale beginning April 2nd is a program that allows that. It's a long-term program, sustainability. Delmarva Power, which is part of PHI, it works in 4 different states. In some of those states, in the solar market, thank God my colleagues aren't here, have not done it the appropriate way. I'll give you just a brief number. A REC's in the $200 to $250 range. In Jersey, they were paying $600 for a REC. And as the economists in the room know, or the potential economists in the room, when you pay too much, do you think you had an oversupply of RECs? The answer is absolutely. That marketplace has now crashed. Pennsylvania was offering extreme amount of money for RECs. They created too many RECs. Now the marketplace in Pennsylvania has crashed. We've tried to create a program that kicks off on April the 2nd that pays a reasonable amount of money for a REC to allow a reasonable payback for folks to determine that they'd like to put solar on their roofs, on their businesses, on their institutions like Deltec or the University of Delaware, but make sure that that payback's fair. If it's not fair, my customers will pay that unfair burden. So we've created a program that has a reduction in the price of RECs over time, because the solar market, like any technology, needs to get cheaper over time, and you're seeing that. Needs to have manufacturing like Motec in the state. Needs to get a benefit. If you look at the policy, Motec, if you use a Motec panel built in the state of Delaware, you get an extra 10% credit. If you use labor from the state of Delaware, you get a 10% credit. Again, all back to that basis of you need good, clear, concise public policy. And the senator has given that. The legislators have all agreed that that's the way to go. So we look forward to doing this. We look forward to opening this up April 2nd. We look forward to doing this over years to have a sustainable, kind of interesting that the SEU is involved with the word sustainable. And the SEU plays a very important role. There are multiple utilities in the state of Delaware, yes, other than Delmarva Power. And over time, all of the utilities will participate. And therefore, instead of every utility doing something in an inefficient way, we should do a statewide program, which is what this is starting to create. And we have utilized the Sustainable Energy Utility for the 2nd time. We were big proponents of the Dover Sun Park, and now we'll do this program kicking off. So it's all about balance. It's all about sustainability, and I hope that this program does that. We will refine it over time as learnings, but we hope that this goes on for quite some time. Thank you, Deltec, for hosting. Good luck on your bid, because I think they might have some bids that go into the solar project. Senator, thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Delaware Tech is committed to supporting the governor's and the legislature's vision to create a clean energy economy in Delaware. This vision equates to new good-paying jobs in energy-related industries, and it will equate to a better environment. As more businesses and organizations take advantage of the SEU's programs, clean and energy efficiency jobs are going to be in greater demand. And Delaware Tech is very well positioned to provide the workforce needed to make this vision a reality through our new academic and our short-term training programs. For example, our new program in energy management is preparing graduates this spring to work in residential and commercial environments. They will analyze energy usage and be able to recommend more efficient practices and renewable energy sources. And our new program in renewable solar energy will prepare solar professionals not just to install, but to explain, to sell, estimate, and plan solar photovoltaic and thermal hot water systems in commercial and residential sites. Many of these graduates will have work as a result of expansions that have occurred through programs supported by the SEU. I'd like to take a moment to thank Senator McDowell, Dr. Byrne, for serving on our college's Applied Energy Committee. They have shaped our program development, and their expertise and guidance, along with others from industry and business and economic development, ensure that our graduates will have the skills they need to be successful and also contribute to a cleaner and more prosperous Delaware. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Senator McDowell, for inviting us here at this event today. We greatly appreciate it. I'd also like to thank on behalf of MOTEC, Senator McDowell's and Dr. Byrne's hard work in getting this through. Because I think one of the things in the solar industry that one finds is that internationally the road is littered with programs that have failed, that have not worked, and we're seeing a lot of that happening now. And they've spent a lot of time and consulted widely to put this program in place. So I wish it great success, and I think that one of the things that it will do is create sustainable jobs. So we're really greatly appreciative, and we think it's been a great job that they've done. So a little bit about MOTEC Americas. We are a module manufacturing company based here in Delaware. What's interesting and what people don't know is we've been around for 20 years. Maybe not under the name of MOTEC, but under other names in the past. MOTEC, the company, is the 5th largest solar company in the world today. And I'm also very proud to say that our facility in Delaware is the headquarters and the center of excellence for our module engineering and our module R&D. We have many facilities throughout the world where we produce modules, but the facility here in Delaware has been designated as that prime facility. And I think this goes to the great history that Delaware has in the solar industry. This has gone back more than 20 years, both at the university and many of the people working in the industry today who have been doing great hard work in that. As far as the program, the SREC program is concerned, we're really greatly appreciative of that as well, because one of the things I think, as Glenn pointed out, was that there is a 10% adder for material that comes from Delaware, and I'm sure that that will encourage people to purchase modules manufactured in Delaware that are of the highest quality and are one of the innovative products around. I'm also sure that many energy companies can't display their products on a platform as we can. You're not going to have uranium or plutonium up here. You're probably not going to have a barrel of oil up here, but you can see that we can have our solar modules up here. That's kind of about what I would like to say to everybody. Just please buy solar and please buy it locally. Thank you very much.